Isn't it awful? He can't even have a nap without my getting almost hysterical.
It's been a very peaceful week for him, dear. If we can keep the next two the same, he'll be a new man.
With a new heart?
Elaine, he's 70. He's had important work in the government since he was 30. Now, you can't expect a man
He's needed so much now.
Yeah. The president hardly makes a move without him, I grant you that.
Sometimes I think Father's the only sane person left in Washington.
Well, honey, you've got to understand it. It's been, what, 25 years since the last World War. And in those 25 years, the world's been cut right in two. Each side just waiting for the other to make a move. Each building a stockpile of bombs and keeping thousands of men in uniform. It's human nature to be tired of it. Want a solution. Even if it means striking first. That's not insanity. I'm sick of living under a threat.
It's killing my father. It's on his mind so much. Do you know what he said to me just the other week when he got back from that trip to Albany? He said, Elaine, have you ever seen anything at night in the sky? And I said, well, what do you mean, Daddy? And he seemed so confused and old, as if he couldn't assemble his thoughts. He said, I don't know, some sign, anything, because I believe there may be the possibility of help from outside.
Yes? I'm afraid he cannot be disturbed. Who is this? Would you mind telling me where you got this number?
Who is it?
Just a minute. He won't give his name.
This is the Secretary of State speaking. I'm afraid your name is not familiar to me. That's impossible. I can only refer your inquiry to whatever department should handle it. Might I ask how you got this number? How can you possibly know that? Very well. Half an hour.
Sir?
Yes, Norris, a man will come to see me in half an hour. Bring him directly to my study.
Is he known to you, Mr. Secretary?
No. His name is Crane. K-R-A-N-E.
Mr. Crane. Mr. Secretary.
Thank you, Norris. Please sit down. Now, about what you spoke to me on the telephone. You observed me?
In a way, yes.
Perhaps I should have reported what I saw.
Why didn't you?
Well, for one thing, I was rather shaken, and also I found that many people had already reported it. My version, it would seem, would add nothing.
You discussed it with no one?
No. You see, a man in my position of authority, well, I felt it might lend a certain credence to the stories, and the public might become unduly alarmed.
Yes, I can understand that.
Surely when you consider it, it is my affair, isn't it?
Of course.
Then you don't question the wisdom of my decision?
No, Mr. Secretary.
I see. It's only a formality, but I should like to see your credentials.
I have none.
You are, I presume, an officer of the government. I have the power to command you to identify yourself and give me such information as I may require.
I am not an officer of the government.
You mean you're here as a private citizen?
In a manner of speaking, yes.
You're not so foolish as to think you can come here and blackmail me over such an incident.
Mr. Secretary, I'd like to ask you a question.
Yes, what is it?
Did you believe the ships you saw were from another world?
That is a ridiculous question that no sane man would attempt to answer one way or the other. They were something I'd never seen before. That's all that need be said.
I have reason to believe that you have for some time been convinced that the world is being watched by beings from outer space. You have shown an abnormal interest in the secret files of your government regarding sightings. You are a man of imagination. You have more than a layman's knowledge of astronomy, cosmology. And above all, the idea has an emotional appeal to you. You would welcome some sign of a super being willing to intervene in the affairs of men. You've lost faith in your own and your fellow man's ability to govern sanely. You would welcome a savior.
This is preposterous. You're some sort of fanatic. I must ask you to leave.
Not yet, Mr. Secretary.
This house is surrounded by Secret Service men. I can summon them by pressing this button.
That won't be necessary, Mr. Secretary.
It's obvious you saw me from some place of hiding the night I sighted the ship, so you made up this foolish story and came here to talk a lot of nonsense.
You know that is not the truth.
It is the truth.
The truth is what you are really thinking.
Some sort of scheme to defraud me.
I came to you because you believed the truth a long time ago. You are the only man of power who did.
No, please, no.
We have a great deal to do, you and I. You have an immense responsibility, Mr. Secretary.
You saw me
Yes.
from the ships.
Yes.
Power has been reached. It seems to me that the two blocks will continue amassing arms in an increasingly upward spiral. And such a thing must end somewhere. A Washington observer has told this reporter candidly, you don't keep an Air Force, Army, and Navy at full strength indefinitely. Something has to happen. They either eventually fulfill their function, or they gradually disband. And how does the public feel? Recent polling indicates a small but discernible trend toward taking the initiative. A final act that would decide things once and for all.
Sick of it.
Snap of the switch and the world disappeared.
I hate the time I live in.
All ages had their wars, El.
Not like this.
Getting pretty close now. I give it another half year.
I don't want to talk about it.
People are almost ready. The idea is finally getting through to them that to strike first is the only way we can save ourselves.
What would your constituents say if they could hear you now?
In their heart of hearts, my dear, they'd say he's right. It's terrible, but he's right. Hell, think of what it'd be like. It'd be over, and we'd have won. Oh, sure, we'd be sorry. Say it's too bad it had to be like that. Too bad all that destruction. But they brought it on themselves. And now we can breathe. Now we've got a future. Think how wonderful it'd be, not having the sword hanging over us. Look, what am I? 32. Well, never since I was old enough to think have I ever felt the sword wasn't hanging over my life. The bomb, the enemy. Hell, all that gone, vanished. Time now to do all the wonderful things that man can do for himself.
With half the world in ruins.
We'd cut out the cancer, that's all. Healthy tissue would grow over the scar in time.
I don't have your gift of language. All I know is that it would be wrong.
Well, honey, that is no solution. And that's what we need, as our friend on the radio just said, a solution.
I don't think it would be a solution. There'd be something else after that.
Now, what could there be?
Oh, I don't know. Visitors from space or something.
Now, we will be the first to travel in space. I believe in man, Al. Sometimes I could weep when I think of his destiny. We just had 1 year.